Suncraft 76. This is Rob G. If you caught my previous video about AMI Defense, we're doing a product review on various AR-15 products that they offer. They do a lot of 1911 frames and parts, and everything regarding 1911, but also the AR-15. And I was able to get a couple of parts from them. They graciously sent it over for product review. And right now we're in complete build mode. So this particular video is going to be about their standard Mil-Spec Trigger. We're going to go ahead and be installing that. And couple of other products, the titanium castle nut, and what else? The bolt catch, couple of variations, a couple of differences I see in there from their standard Mil-Spec that I have. So I'll give you a close-up on that. And so let's get into it. So here, as you can see, we're in complete tear down of my AR-15. There she is over there. That's the upper. This was the lower. And of course, that's my beautiful flag up there. So here, we're in complete teardown mode. I love it when I get to fiddle with AR-15. A lot of fun. So many things you can do with these, improving the performance, the weight, the trigger pull, accuracy, you name it. I mean, AR-15 platform is the best by far. So let's get into the first the castle nut. So this is the standard Mil-Spec castle nut, and here, as you can see, you can't really notice it, but it did have some wear going in and out. Swapping parts out, over the years. So the weight of your standard castle nut is 0.6 ounces. 0.6 ounces for your standard castle nut weight. The new one, titanium castle nut from AMI Defense, weighs in at 0.3 ounces. So that's a major difference. Yes, we're talking about, points of an ounce, but overall it's going to count. Now, some of the differences in here, I'm not sure if you can see it. Even though this is lighter, it's also thicker, stronger. You can see there it's about, I'd say about 1/8 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch taller, or yeah, we want to say taller. Let's see if you can get a better shot here. A little less than 1/8 of an inch, I want to say. You can see it there. And it weighs lighter. I mean, this is pretty awesome, guys. So circumference is the same, radius is the same. Should be no problem adding that to the build there. Let's go ahead and see if this screws on fine. Oh, can't do that in front of the video because of YouTube. Bring that up. There we go. So it's going to look awesome. So out with the old, in with the new. Okay, so moving on, we do have the bolt catch. Your standard bolt catch. Standard Mil-Spec bolt catch that was originally there weighs in at 0.4 ounces. 0.4. And the AMI should be the same, 0.4 ounces. Okay. So I'm not sure if the camera's going to be able to pick this up, but The one on the left is the original, and the one on the right is the new one. You can see they're basically the same size. There is some slight variations in there. I'm not sure if you can see it there. The camera zooms in here. Let me show you. Right around here, there's a little slant, I would say. Little slant there. The thickness, the handle itself here, this particular part is slightly thinner here. And everything else seems about the same. There is does say AMI on there. If I can get the camera to do its job. Okay, so this is the standard mil-spec hammer, catch, whatever you want to call it. Here's the trigger that I had originally purchased from AMI. This is a straight trigger. The springs itself, these are not AMI. These are JP Enterprises springs at 3 pounds to 3.5. And prior to this video, I did test them at 3.25. So pretty nice trigger pull on these. So this is the straight trigger. We're going to be swapping it out with the mil-spec trigger and test the trigger pull on that. It's a beautiful trigger. It does have a really nice beveled curve here that feels really nice in the finger. I mean, when you're pulling that trigger, it's phenomenal. It weighs in. I didn't even do the weight on this thing. Let's see. Weighs in at 1 ounce. 1 ounce exactly. Really nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and crack this open here. And see what we got in the package of the standard mil-spec trigger. The complete package is 1.3 ounces. 1.3 ounces. Comes with your trigger, spring trigger there. And of course this curved trigger. Look at that. It's a little better, I guess. Still a little difficult to see. So that's your standard mil-spec trigger. The spring. We will be using the standard mil-spec hammer that I had originally. This particular package does not come with the spring, the hammer spring. What we could do is take the hammer and the spring from the straight trigger package. Yep, it's there. Okay. So this is the complete package for the straight trigger. It has all the springs, everything that's necessary, including the safety detent, everything in this complete package here. So let's go ahead and use the hammer out of here, as well as the AMI defense spring for the hammer. So that way the complete system is AMI defense. Now I may get various spring weights because I'm mixing two different products, straight trigger spring with, I don't know what these springs are rated. I believe it's a 3.5 pound. I don't know what that is. So we'll just have to test and see. So now the complete package is there. And we'll weigh in at, let's see what the complete trigger system is going to weigh in at. All right, we're looking at 2.4 ounces. Not bad. Pretty good. And the one previously, let's see how much that weighs. It is going to be 3 ounces. All right. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and install the AMI defense on the AR lower. That's 2.4 ounces. Okay. So let me go ahead and build this into the lower and test the trigger pull. Let me go ahead and pause the video and we'll give it right back to you. Welcome back. I went ahead and installed the Mil-Spec Trigger from AMI Defense, and what we'll be using to test the trigger pull will be the Lyman trigger pull test, and it has been calibrated. So we're going to go ahead and test this right here. We'll put the handle right in the middle, and there we go. We got 6.5 pounds. Not going to be able to see that probably on the camera. It's too small to read, but the needle's roughly at 6.5 pounds exactly. Let me go ahead and do that again. Now, before you think that I'm doing a dry fire, I did put some rubber pieces in here so it doesn't hurt the lower any, the hammer. All right, let's go ahead and put this right back in the same place. Six and a half pounds. Let's do it again. Got 6 pounds right there, but I went a little low on the trigger. Let's try putting that trigger right back in the middle. Let's pull right from the middle. Six pounds on the dot. Look at that. You can't look at it, but gotta take my word for it. 6 pounds on the dot. The trigger itself, this is your standard trigger, Mil-Spec Trigger from AMI Defense. It does feature your standard springs. Now, one thing I forgot to do is properly oil the trigger. So I had to take out the gun oil there from Lucas and apply the oil in all the appropriate areas there, in the spring, in the coils. I'm doing it here, sorry, turn it off camera there. You want to apply some oil on the spring and as well, see if we can see the hammer there, right on the hammer there. That's your general spots where you want to apply oil. Sure, put the rubber there, All right, so here's the trigger. Let's see if I can get this into view. Okay, here we go. How's that? That's better. Okay, here we go. Definitely feels like a 6-pound trigger. That's your standard mil-spec 6-pound trigger from AMI Defense. Now when you install these triggers, or any trigger for that matter, doesn't matter what brand it is, it could be a Gleisley, it could be a JP Enterprise trigger, it could be one of those drop-in triggers, anything. All triggers need to be oiled and to be properly functioning. Okay, so if your trigger, when you install a brand new trigger and it doesn't want to reset, right, it just stays there without, you know, resetting the hammer, you're gonna need to oil this particular part. Let's see if I can get a zoom in there. This particular area here, and where's that? It's the little catch area there. You're gonna need to oil that, and that'll help with your reset if you're having issues. This is very dependable. No issues there. This is flawless. This is beautiful. All right, so if you're in the market for a standard mil-spec trigger, I obviously am gonna tell you to go and get a straight trigger from AMI Defense. You save the money. Springs are pretty good. I haven't done the review on this, so can't wait to get on that. But if you're in the market, I would say bump up to a straight trigger from AMI Defense. But if you can't and you want that curved trigger, mil-spec, you know, if that's what you're gonna get, that's what you can only afford, go with an AMI Defense standard mil-spec trigger. You can't go wrong. Like I said, make sure it's properly oiled, properly installed, and you should have no issues. All right, so let me go ahead and put this together. I'm gonna go ahead and almost forgot to put everything together with the titanium casting nut there. Castle nut, and of course the bolt catch. So I got to put this together. Can't do it on YouTube because of their tyrannical policies. We all know that. But let me go ahead and put this together, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and installed all the parts back into the lower. We got the showing up here. We got the AMI Defense bolt catch. We got the AMI Defense mil-spec trigger system, 6-pound trigger system. Coming over to the rear, we got the AMI Defense titanium castle nut. My mind went blank there. It's late in the night. I'm a little tired. So it's a titanium castle nut from AMI Defense. Looks incredible, nice, very nice, very nice. And there she is. Our big thanks to AMI Defense, Tom Owens from AMI Defense. He's the one who made this all possible. So big thanks to him, and look out for the next video. We'll be going through Armor's wrench. I use this today for the castle nut there, and we'll be reviewing. The next video after that is going to be the straight trigger system. So hopefully tomorrow, if not the next day, I'll be taking this lower as it is now and taking it to the range. And look out for the next video. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, go ahead and like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.